Hello, hello, my friends. I have another dedicated candle review for you today. This is Country Candle Almond Butter Cookie. Now, before I get into this review, I do always want to disclose when a candle has been sent to me in PR, and that is the case here with this candle. I am a Kringle brand ambassador. However, if you've been with my channel any length of time, don't click out, you guys, because if you've been with me for any length of time, you guys know that I am always very brutally honest in my reviews. I'm not really brutal, but I am always very honest, and I like to share the pros and cons of every candle with you, and this candle will not be an exception to that rule. So I also wanted to let you guys know that I am batch filming a lot of these candle reviews today. Quite honestly, I am really trying to get post-burn reviews up of a lot of these Kringle and Country fall candles. I actually have about 7 of them from the fall collection that I have already started to burn, and I wanted to get them up for you guys this week, so I am going to apologize if this week seems a little bit heavy on the Kringle or Country candle reviews. And it is simply because I do know that they are launching Halloween candles this Friday at midnight. And I do want to give you guys some post-burn thoughts in case you have been holding off or waiting to purchase fall candles because you wanted to see more post-burn reviews, or maybe you were wanting to combine to save some shipping, like combine an order with your Halloween order. So anyways, you guys, that's why you'll probably will see a lot of Country and Kringle candle reviews from me this week. Also wanted to let you guys know I did touch on this in the warm and toasty review, but I am very well aware that I have a smoke detector that it's wired into the house, but it still wants us to replace the batteries in it. And my husband has not had time to get around to doing that. So we are safe, we're okay, but I'm hoping that my mic will cancel out the chirping in the background. I know one of you in particular has said that it bothers your dog when you're watching it on TV, and I sincerely apologize for that. So anyways, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this almond butter cookie candle. So this is their large 2-wick jar. This is their standard apothecary style jar. The Country Candle line is an homage to the Kittredge family's foundings with Yankee Candle. It is the Country candles. What kind of sets them apart are these vessels as well as a colored wax. Now, Country Candle did move over to a 100% soy wax formula back in early 2023. I believe that they started doing that with the spring and summer collection of that year. And we know that the Country Candle line has it's kind of struggled a little bit to kind of hit that perfect balance or hit their stride between trying to balance out wicks with the colored wax formula, with strength and throw. And I definitely have seen some improvements. Are there some misses still? Yes, there are. But I do think that they are definitely making improvements here. So this candle in particular was poured on June 13th, 2024. So not very old, you guys, about a month and a half ago. We have top notes here of sweet and vanilla, mid notes of almond and pumpkin, base notes of maple and amaretto. All right, so what is my nose smelling? You guys, this is one of the candles that I was really intrigued by when they told the ambassadors what the fall launch was going to be, what candles were going to be in the lineup. And initially when I tend to like gourmands. So when I saw almond butter cookie, I was like, oh, that totally sounds right up my alley, because I do love almond fragrances. They have to be done just right for me, but I do tend to like when there is an almond note, kind of a sweet nuttiness in a lot of fragrances. Cookie, you know, how can you go wrong with a cookie? I'm going to tell you guys, I don't like this fragrance. To me, you guys, it smells like, I think what it is that I don't like about this is the amaretto note in here. Something about that amaretto note, it's not necessarily boozy, but it comes across to my nose like it's a little bit sour. Kind of reminds me of a sour element. I definitely get like spice in here. The spice notes that I pick up, it might be what my nose is detecting as spice. I do believe that it's probably the maple and the pumpkin mixed together with that amaretto. It almost in some weird ways smells like I guess I would describe this as like sour oatmeal cookie dough. Like that's kind of what it smells like to me. It doesn't really smell to me like a freshly baked cookie. I really feel like those base notes of maple and amaretto really come out when this candle is burning. There's those top notes of sweet and vanilla. I don't smell a lot of vanilla in this candle, but again, that's a top note. So those would, top notes are what we smell when we first start burning, and then the mid notes and the base notes come through the longer that the candle burns. But this one, to me, you guys, the fragrance of it is a miss. I just, there's something about it that my nose does not like. And truth be told, you guys, I'm somebody who typically likes like maple fragrances. So I don't think that it's I don't want to say that it's the maple note in here, but I do think that I do believe, goodness, first off, let's get my words together. I do believe that it is the combination of maple and amaretto together that is just not hitting my nose right. It's almost, it's so sweet that it smells sour to me. And I know that might sound really weird to you guys, but that's probably the best way that I can describe it. I don't really care for the fragrance on this one. So that's it in terms of the fragrance. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance. Now, the one thing I will say is that this candle is performing very, very well for me. So we're going to turn it to the side here. I did talk about in one of my other reviews that oftentimes when I am batch filming candle reviews, I don't want my house to smell like the variety of fragrances that probably would not complement each other. So I will actually start by lighting them outside. That way I can get that wax pool going. The wax pool is going to develop pretty quickly for me right now because I do live in Arizona and it's like, oh, let me look at my watch. It's 101 degrees outside right now. So yeah, that wax pool, I lit this like half an hour ago and you can already see the wax pool. That generally has to do more with the fact that I lit it outside. These do like pool out on a very like average time. They start to throw pretty quickly as well. So we've got a good, decent wax pool here. We also are not dealing with terrible wicks, you guys. I do think that on this launch, Country Candle has finally figured out the wick situation. They're not too large. They're not getting wild and sooting like crazy, but they are not puny like we were dealing with when a lot of the candles reached this point in the, what was that, the spring, summer of 2024 launch. A lot of those Country Candles, they smelled great, but what we were running into at about this point, we were getting those puny wicks that were dudding out. So far the wicks are still going strong. I am trimming them just a little bit after each burn. And I will tell you that you probably do not want to burn these candles, I would say, any longer than 4 hours. You guys will see eventually when I do my empties. I don't think this particular candle that I'm going to refer to will be in my empties for the month of July, but I could see it being in my August empties. I accidentally yesterday left the what is it, the glazed berry scone candle burning for like 8 hours. I thought I extinguished it, and honestly it kind of scared me because I was gone from the house, and I was like, oh my gosh, when I walked into the room that it was burning in, I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I put that out before we left. It had been burning for about 8 hours, and let me tell you guys, that was a sooty mess. Now that being said, it's like down to here on the in the wax, like in terms of wax, so it's getting towards the bottom. And I think that's one of the things that I will try to keep you updated on with the Country Candles that I burn all the way down, to let you know how the sooting situation plays out. I do think that these vessels by nature are designed to catch soot a little bit more. But yeah, so far so good, you guys. I'm not dealing with any soot issues on this candle. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance in terms of strength and throw. I say this in every review, but if you're curious to know my home layout, environmental factors, age of my home, ceiling heights, all of that kind of stuff, ambient temperature in my home, all of that is listed in the description box down below for you. Make sure that you take that into account, compare it to the size of your home, and that will give you a better idea of like where I'm coming from when I'm issuing thoughts on how strong this candle is for me. Of course, because I don't really like this fragrance, guess what, you guys? This one's pretty strong. I will tell you guys that this candle for me, I'm going to settle on about an 8 in terms of strength and throw. It's definitely noticeable. Now, I will also say, sometimes I think that when there are fragrance notes that we do not like, I do think that our noses are a little bit more sensitive to pulling those notes out when we are burning a candle. So of course, I just told you guys, I don't like this fragrance. I think it's that amaretto note. It smells kind of sour. I don't like it. So of course, my nose is going to be very sensitive to it and pick it up. So that could be, I will admit, it could be influencing where I'm saying that this candle is strong, but this one is about an 8 in terms of strength and throw. When I burn it out in the living room, I can definitely smell it all throughout. I tried burning it in my bedroom, and you guys, I had to move it. I had to put it out. I was like, I don't like this. It was really, really strong in my bedroom, in my master bedroom, which has lower ceilings and is obviously a smaller room than like the open concept living room and kitchen. Yeah, it performed well for me, you guys. I mean, so if you think that you're going to like this candle, I would strongly suggest purchasing like the wax melts, or if the daylights are available. I don't know if they are yet. I would probably go that route before investing in one of these larger size jars, because this one for me, you guys, is just a miss in terms of the fragrance. I don't like it. This one will be going into my declutter pile. I've talked about that before, that I really only hold on to candles that quote unquote spark joy. Remember when we were all into the Marie Kondo stuff? Candles, I will give all of them a fair shake. I will try burning them, but once I do my post-burn review, if it's a candle that I really do not enjoy, I really don't have a problem with moving on from it. We all have different fragrance preferences, and truth be told, you guys, a lot of the fragrances that I have not loved, there are always people in my life that are like, I love that scent, and then they go on and enjoy it, and oftentimes then I am introducing new people to the brand, and so therefore I don't really feel so bad about pushing on or passing on fragrances, even if I've received them in PR. So with all of that being said, if you are still interested in this candle after this review, it has not gone on sale yet. I don't anticipate that happening with the fall candles for at least probably another month or two. But maybe if you are wanting to throw in some variation of this candle, it is available also in the medium-sized jar, into your cart with, if you're planning to purchase from the Halloween launch going on later on this week. My discount code with Kringle is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase. It is an affiliate code that is eligible for commission, so please only use that if you are comfortable. But yeah, you guys, this one, it's just not for me, and that's all right. You know, I mean, not all of us are going to like the same thing, but I am sharing with you my honest thoughts about it, and I still do appreciate Kringle sending this candle to me for review. It's just not in my wheelhouse, but stay tuned, you guys. Like I said, there's a lot of other reviews coming down the pipeline this week for you guys, and there's a couple that are surprising hits for me. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you want to see those reviews. You can hit that notification bell. It lets you know anytime I upload new videos. There's going to be a lot of them coming up this week for you guys, so you don't want to miss out. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. It helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.